Hello everyone, and welcome to etellan. A couple of weeks ago, I was reached out to by Moonlight Jewel to see if I'd be interested in customizing her latest ball-jointed doll project. Of course I had to say yes, so alongside Moonlight Jewel and Enchantarium, I'll be customizing and giving an exclusive sneak peek on the new doll, Meeko. I got a gigantic box in the mail last night. Check it out, it's a huge box. Let's get opening it. Okay, please excuse that terrible audio. I forgot to press record on my microphone while filming this, so voiceover is from here on. This box has come all the way from Germany to my home in Sydney. First thing in this box was a sweet letter from Elisa. I look so focused when I'm reading. The first thing that definitely caught my eye was the amazing promotional art for Meeko, done by the artist 𝐫𝐞𝐥𝐚𝐻𝐢𝐧𝐠. I'm so in love with the retro 90s anime aesthetic, it looks fantastic. Time to check inside the box. The first thing in the package that I saw was Meeko's music box. This is a Bluetooth speaker that can be placed inside the head of the doll to play music. Such a unique idea. Reminds me so much of the dolls and toys from my childhood, like Furbies and Diva Stars. Meeko also comes with a birth certificate to make your doll uniquely yours. I was very excited about this, but she also comes with eye templates to give her some super cute anime eyes. I can't wait to use these, or maybe I'll just keep them, but I was very excited about this. One of my favourite parts, which is the certificate of authentication. Elisa decided instead of using the mundane look of normal certificate of authentications, she instead made hers out of a Nintendo 64 styled game cartridge. I seriously love it so much, and it's so in theme with the doll. It's fantastic. Finally, we can have a look at the doll itself. This doll is made from resin, so it has a really nice weight to it. Seriously, it's so pretty, I can't deal. Let's get a closer look. My Meeko is in the colour Pear Pleasure, which is a gorgeous pastel green. As you can see, Meeko comes with a TV cat head that is so beautifully sculpted, and also comes with an outlet tail and love heart joints for knees. So amazing and unique. Let's get right into customizing this doll. So as Meeko is a 90s anime inspired doll, I wanted to look back at my own time in the 90s and 2000s and take inspiration from there. Something that reminds me so much of that era is the rise in popularity of Japanese magical girl shows in both the UK and Australia, with Cardcaptor Sakura and Sailor Moon being the most popular. With that inspiration in mind, let's get started on the face. Off camera, I just removed the faceplate, which was held in place with magnets, so it was easy to separate. This is completely optional, but with a melamine sponge, I think that's how you say it, I just gave the face a buff just to make sure everything is polished and smooth and uniform before I add my spray of matte varnish. To protect that TV head while I customize the face, I'm just going to cover it with some craft tape. Once that was done, I'll give the face a spray with Mr. Super Clear Matte Varnish and we can get started. With my watercolor pencils, I'm going to start with sketching a rough design for the eyes. I wanted to go for the classic geometric anime eye design with a large upper lash line and classic rounded shape. For this, I got my brown watercolor pencil and just sketched ever so softly to make a basic design. Later on, with a brush and some water, I'm just going to activate that to get rid of any graininess from the pencils, which can typically happen when you're drawing onto resin. Once that was dry, I can grab my acrylic paints and start deepening and sharpening those lines. The acrylic paints I'll be using are just my Vallejo Paints with thinner medium mixed in. When doing some research on the face, I noticed a lot of anime-styled face-ups tend to have like a layering effect to their eyes. Like as if it went from a lighter colour base and then over various layers of darker colours, the lines just get sharper and sharper to give it this gorgeous, I don't know what to call it, it's just kind of softness. It's so that instead of going just with black immediately, it gives that gorgeous, just soft look to the face. It's really beautiful. With some craft tape again, I'm just going to section off the nose. This is so I can blush the nose nice and rosy without the powder going everywhere. With that same pink, I'm just going to add some colour around the eyes. She's a cat, so needs a little fang. It makes her look very cheeky. When I was thinking of 90s anime, I kept thinking of the lovely shimmer and glitter effect, so I wanted to add that to the face. For this, I'll be adding some pearls with super glue and iridescent glitter with some Vallejo decal fix. With a brush, I'll just gently press that into the skin. Off camera, with a couple of coats of pink Tamiya spray paint, I was able to turn that TV head into a lovely pink. I love that contrasting colour of pink and green. It reminds me of an old cartoon I used to watch when I was a kid called Rhubarb and Custard, so I always think of that whenever I see the combination. Onto eyelashes. With this wispy long pair of eyelashes I picked up from Daiso, I'm just going to snip them into smaller sections and attach them with super glue just onto the top waterline. I really like how these lashes turned out, how spiky and big they are. I think it really adds to that cartoony effect that we were going for. As well as the top, I also added just single lashes to the bottom for an extra spiky look. Once that glue is completely dry, I grabbed my black acrylic paint and will be just painting over any glue that's dried white just to blend in with those lashes further. Time to make the eyes. As Meeko is a ball jointed doll, this means I have to make insert eyes. With some UV resin and the tiniest drop of white paint, I was able to get this transparent white consistency, which is perfect for building the eyeballs. To build them, I'll be using just a silicone eye mold I bought online. These can be found anywhere really, like eBay, Amazon and AliExpress. Once all the resin was added, I just have to cure the mixture with my UV light. Once the eye was cured, it pops out of the mold and voila, you have an eyeball! To paint the eyes, I'm going to use my watercolour pencils to sketch out the design that I want, going over everything later on with some acrylic paint. I don't want to have extensively detailed designs for these eyes as I know they will be covered by glitter in the end anyway, so all of my hard work will get covered, so we're gonna go with a very basic design. The basic design that I went for was just the transition of dark to light purple with a half moon at the bottom. Grabbing my decal fix again, I'm just going to add a thin layer to the eyes and dab glitter on ever so gently into it. Once I was happy with the placement of the glitter, I'll let the decal fix completely dry and we can seal it all in with a final drop of UV resin. I ended up adding more glitter pieces to the outside of the eyes to give a dimensional look to the iris. as well as a mirror heart as the catch light, which will end up reflecting light really beautifully. Normally when attaching eyes to a head, I found that blue tack works completely fine, but in this case I couldn't for the life of me make it stick. It just would not work, the eyes kept popping out. Time to whip out the old trusty glue gun. I feel like anyone that's really into resin dolls and stuff are gonna just be cringing at this, but if it works, it works. There we go, nice and stuck in place. I don't think these eyes will ever come out of that head. I do admit I did fumble the filming of creating the clothes, tending to find that when reviewing my footage, I had not pointed the camera at myself. So it was just hours and hours of footage of just my wall, my desk, maybe my hand comes in every now and again, but it was basically almost totally unusable footage, which is a shame, but nonetheless, despite the mistakes, I wanted to try and show you what I did for the clothes. As I took inspiration from Magical Girls, I decided to try and make a dress inspired by Sakura from Cardcaptor and Madoka from Madoka Magica. I loved their pink, puffy, kind of cherub-like look to their outfits, and thought it would just look so precious on Meeko. Slowly, her magical girl aesthetic starts to take shape. Adding her speaker to her head, I can attach her faceplate, and she's complete. And here she is in her pastel glory. Time for some photos. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you think of Meeko in the comments below. If you would like a Meeko for yourself, make sure to check out her pre-order to not miss out. The link for the pre-order will be in the description box below. How would you customize your Meeko? Perhaps a cyborg theme or a magical girl theme just like I did? Let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to see how others customize their Meeko, make sure to check out Moonlight Jewel and Enchantarium's videos. A huge thank you as always to my Patreon supporters as well. With that all being said, I'll see you in the next video.